Today, I'm gonna attempt to make pesto. We'll see how it goes. Originally, I was going to use a recipe that my friend told me about, but when she sent me the recipe, it had basil leaves, which she told me that it was actually spinach leaves. So instead of using that recipe, I looked up a recipe online that calls for spinach, salt, grated Parmesan cheese, pine nut, olive oil, garlic, and half a lemon. The problem with this recipe is that it's not very instructive. It basically just says, put everything into a food processor, which I don't own a food processor, so I'm gonna try to use my blender and we'll see how it goes. I did try making hummus in here once and it went okay, so I'm a little bit optimistic about this. It's not like a super high, powerful blender, but I think it might do the job. We'll find out. So the first thing that the recipe calls for is 3 cups of spinach. I don't know how one measures spinach. Like if I just went in to scoop it out, it's not like flour where it's just gonna like come out with 3 cups, you know? So I feel like this is how it should be done. And if you couldn't tell by now, you should know I have about 0 cooking experience. I like to bake, and that's what I have experience in. I make 2 loaves of bread a week, sometimes more, depending on how I'm feeling. And I bake other things too, but cooking is not something I do regularly. I do it, and I will say every time I've done it has been mediocre. Not like horrible, not great. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. We're gonna find out. This is my 3rd cup. I feel like this is really full, like this might cause problems. I don't know if maybe I should blend it a little first. I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. Chop, that's an option. Let's chop it. Okay. I'll be right back. Okay, maybe this will fix our problem so that the rest of it can get nice and choppity chopped too. I almost turned it on without the lid on. Oh boy. I feel like pretty close there. Definitely have reduced the size, so I'm feeling better about that. Next it calls for 1 clove of garlic. Maybe if I were using a food processor, I would just put this whole thing in. I'm not sure I should do that, so I think I'm going to, I don't have a mincer or anything like that yet. So I think we're gonna chop it up first. I think I'm supposed to hit it before I dice it. I've seen people do that, so oh, I did it. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna dice this up. We're gonna put our garlic in. Our pine nuts. Pine nuts are not cheap. It's probably the biggest investment that I made in this. These pine nuts were like $14, I think. Oh, and I just lost some. Can't lose a single drop. Okay, gonna put the pine nuts in. I am on a budget. Would I have gotten better Parmesan cheese? Absolutely, but I am on a budget. And like I said, these pine nuts cost $14. I don't have an unlimited amount, okay? So yes, I did get the generic Parmesan grated cheese, and we're gonna deal with it because budget. Oh, okay. Now I need half a cup of oil. It's a lot of, oh, that's a full cup. I was like, that's a lot of oil. Half a cup is better, it's still a lot of oil though. Oil is also expensive. I feel like pesto in general is just really expensive. Okay, ooh, nice. Let's do this. Oh, it's a little tough little lemon. There we go. Why is there so little? I was hoping that it would yield more than whatever this is, because this is, I spent a lot of money. Okay. Whatever. Okay, KitchenAid mixer, I see you. That seems pretty good to me, based on my limited experience with pesto making. Maybe I'll spin it like once or twice more, just to be sure. Okay, I think we're going to call this good. Okay, so I'm gonna let this sit for a couple hours because I'm not really hungry yet, but I will be making the pasta to try out my pesto and see how it tastes. Time to make the pasta. I'm not making it from scratch. Yes, I do have a cough drop in my mouth. My throat is sore. I bought this fancy ZT from Publix because it was on sale. That's the only reason. It was like as cheap as the generic brand, and I thought this looked better. So we're gonna make it now. Our pasta is all cooked. I'm going to add the pesto, and of course, since I bought grated Parmesan cheese, I'm going to add that on top for a little extra flavor. Now, I only cooked a very small portion because honestly, I'm not that hungry. But we went to all that work to make this beautiful oily pesto that I'm nervous to try. So we gotta do it, right? I don't know how I feel about it being spinach. Is spinach more economical? Yes, absolutely. Do I actually enjoy eating spinach? I do, but do I enjoy eating spinach in place of basil? I don't know. We gotta do it with a little cheese on top, because I wouldn't, you know, just a little. That's good, not too much. We gotta enjoy the pesto. All right. All right, we have prayed that this tastes okay. Boy. It smells like pasta, I don't know. It is very smooth, almost like buttery, even though there's no butter in here. And I can definitely taste the Parmesan cheese. I'm not really tasting like spinach coming through, but I don't know. I don't feel like I'm really getting too much of the garlic or any of the lemon. Maybe it's because I'm sick. I don't know. But it doesn't taste bad. It's not great. I feel like it's just mediocre. And that's all of my cooking, so it's a win. Thank you guys so much for watching today. If you have a pesto recipe that doesn't cost an arm and a leg, please put it down below in the comments because I might try again. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.